Welcome to the channel Maths by Swati ma'am. We are with the chapter arithmetic progression. Okay, so we have already dealt with introduction part of arithmetic progression, and after that, dear, we have started with the exercise 1, isn't it? So in the exercise 1, we have already done few questions related to arithmetic progression in the previous videos. If you have not watched, links are provided in the description box. Watch them. Okay, so now we are with the next part of it, dears. In the last class I was talking about which of the following are APs. If they are AP, find the next few terms. In that I have already done 5 questions. Now this is the 6th question. Okay, dear, we'll solve all the questions on the board. Now, the 6th question is the AP they have given as 0.2 comma 0.22 comma 0.222 comma 0.2222. Okay, so now whether we'll check it is an AP or not. By looking at it, you can say isn't it there, but still we'll calculate and show it. First, this is A1, A2, A3, A4. Fine, dear. First we'll calculate D1. You remember the method, right, dear? So practice them. Do not forget anything. D1 is equal to A2 minus A1. What is there in place of A2, dears? A2 has got 0.22. See, 0.22 minus 0.2. I can write 0 in that position which is absent. Okay. Now see here. If I subtract, what I am going to get, dear? You just see 2 minus 2 is 0, 2 minus 0 is 2, 2 minus 2 is 0. So I'll be having 0.02. Okay, I got 0.02. Now I'll calculate the D2 value. What is the D2 I can write? D2 can be written as, dears, A3 minus A2. What is A3 value? 0.222. Okay, A2 is 0.22, means I can write a 0 here. Okay, if I write a 0 here, if I subtract, what I'm going to get here, you just see. If I subtract, I'm going to get D2 as 2 minus 0, 2, 2 minus 2, 0, 2 minus 2, 0, 0.0. You just see and tell me, dear, D1 is 0.02, D2 is 0.002. Are they equal to each other? Don't waste your time on calculating the next value. When it is calculate is necessary, dear, when it is necessary, when both are equal, then you cannot trust the next value. In that case, you have to continue. But now they are not at all equal. When they are not at all equal, why you want to calculate the next values? Isn't it, dear? You can conclude here itself. You can take your own decision, that you can say D1 is not equal to D2. Okay, if D1 is not equal to D2, then what I can say, it is not an AP. I can say it is not an AP. If it is not an AP, I'm not going to write the next terms. Okay, we'll move to the 7th question. You just look at the board. The 7th question. What is the 7th question? I have 0 comma minus 4 comma minus 8 comma minus 12. So now first name the terms, dear. A1, A2, A3, A4. Okay, I'll calculate D1, D2, D3 values. Okay, so D1 is equal to A2 minus A1. What is A2, dear? A2 is minus 4. A1 is, dear, 0. Minus 4 minus 0 is how much? Minus 1. I got D1 value as minus 4. Next, let me calculate D2 value. What I can write with respect to D2? D2 is the difference between A3 and A2. So I'll be writing D2 is equal to A3 minus A2. What is the A3 value I have? Minus 8 minus, what is the A2 value? Minus 4. Don't get confusion and write here single minus. This negative is different than the negative with respect to A2. Write both of them. Understanding? See here. Minus 8 minus into minus plus 4. Minus 8 plus 4. One is negative and one is positive. Bigger minus smaller, keep the bigger sign. 8 minus 4 is 4. Bigger sign is minus. So D1 also I got minus 4. D2 also I got minus 4. Now I cannot trust. So I have to calculate the next also. Let me calculate D3. How can I calculate D3? A4 minus A3. Okay, what is A4 value? A4 is how much? Minus 12. A3 is how much? minus 8. See, look at the board. Minus 12, minus into minus, dear, plus 8. You just see here. Minus 8 plus 12. What is the value I can get, D3? Minus 4. Now look at the value D1, D2, D3. All are equal to each other. Is it not, dear? I say here D1 is equal to D2 is equal to D3 is equal to minus 4. All the values are same. I can say yes, it is AP. Okay, yes, it is an AP. If it is an AP, then I have to write the next more 3 terms. So what I can write here, AP is, see, 0 comma minus 4 comma minus 8 comma minus 12. Add minus 4 to it, I'll be getting minus 16. Add minus 4 to it, I'll be getting minus 20. Next, I'll be getting minus 24. This is the arithmetic progression I can write. Understanding? We'll move to the next question. Now, see here, we'll move to the 8th question. Just look at the 8th question, dear. You just see here, all the values you see here. Minus 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2. All are continuously going with the same value. In the previous class, when I was discussing related to common difference, I have clearly told you common difference is a constant value where it can be a positive value, where it can be a negative value, and I also said you that it can be a 0 also. Understanding? Means a continuous value can also form an AP, making the common difference 0. Understanding? Now, see, the same question has been appeared over here. Now, all values are same thing. So, here also, 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2. So, by adding zeros, dear, yes or no, dear? By adding zeros, I'll be getting whole minus 1 by 2 itself. Now, I can say the common difference is same in all cases. D1 equal to, D2 equal to, D3 equal to 0. In all the cases, it is 0. So, what I conclude here? I conclude that yes, it is an AP. Okay. So, if it is an AP, I'll be writing the few more terms. Next 3 terms, my AP turns to be, dear. Again, I'll be writing minus 1 by 2, 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 and continuously it will be going with the same value, keeping the common difference as 0. Okay. So, we'll move to the 9th question. Look at here. 9th question is 1 comma 3 comma 9 comma 27. The values are different. Now, we'll calculate by calculating the D1. Yes or no? I'll be taking this as A1, A2, A3, A4. Now, we'll calculate the D1. D1 is nothing but what, dear? A2 minus A1. So, what is A2 I have? 3. A1 I have 1. 3 minus 1 is how much? 2. D1 is 2. Let me calculate D2, dears. D2 is equal to A3 minus A2. Okay. A3 is 9. A2 is 3. 9 minus 3 is how much? 3. 9 minus 3 is how much? 3. So D2 I got 3. Here you can take your own decision. Why? I got this as 2 but this as 3. So D1 is not equal to D2, dears. Okay, you don't waste your time on calculating the next value. Here itself you conclude that it is not an AP. Yes or no? So I'll be writing here D1 is not equal to D2. If D1 is not equal to D2, then what I can say? No, it is not an AP. It is not an AP. If it is not an AP, I'm not going to write the next 3 terms. Yes or no? We'll move to the 10th question. Look at the board here. What is the 10th question I have? A comma 2A comma 3A comma 4A. By looking at it, you can conclude here it is an AP, right? So we have to prove it. So let me calculate the D1 here. You see D1 is equal to A2 minus A1, 2A minus A. 2A minus A is how much? A I got. You just see here I'll be calculating D2. D2 is equal to, dear, A3 minus A2. A3 is 3A. A2 is 2A. 3A minus 2A is how much? A. Yes or no, dear? I'll be calculating D3 also. D3 is equal to, dears, A4 minus A3. You just see here, 4A minus 3. This also I got it as A. You just see all the common differences I'll be having. You just see here, D1 equal to D2 equal to D3. All common differences are equal to A. So at the end, dear, if they are same, then what I can conclude? Yes, it is an AP. It is an AP. If it is an AP, I'll be writing the next terms also. So see here, A comma, my AP, I'll be writing here. My AP turns to be A comma, 2A comma, 3A comma, 4A comma, 5A comma, 6A comma, 7A. Okay. So this is how you need to practice them. We'll move to the next question. Correct it, yeah? Okay. The next question is 11th question. Okay. See here, the 11th question I have A comma, A square comma, A cube comma, A4. Seems like it is an AP, but calculate it. Understanding? Don't judge by looking at the question here. Sometimes you may get confusion. Okay. Now look at the board. First, let me calculate D1 value. D1 is equal to A2 minus A1. What is A2 value? A2 is A square, A1 is A. Can I subtract A from A square? The question is, can I subtract A from the A square? Of course not. 2A minus A is A, dear, but A square and A are not like algebraic terms. Understanding? The subtraction or addition is possible only when the terms are like terms. Understanding? A and A square are not terms. See, I'll give you an example. A square plus 2A square, 3A square. A square plus A, no, you cannot add them. Understanding? So likewise, A square minus A cannot be subtracted. You have to keep it as it is. Okay. If I calculate D2, D2 is A3 minus A2. What is there in A3, dear? A cube. What is there in A2? A square. Again, I cannot subtract because A cube is a totally different term comparing to A square. Understanding? So I cannot subtract. You just see the differences over there. They are not exactly same. A square minus A is not equal to A cube minus A square. I conclude that D1 is not equal to D2. Okay. D1 is not equal to D2. So I write here, no, it is not an AP. It is not an AP. Okay. So we'll move to the next question. That is 12th question. You just see the question. Question seems little difficult, isn't it? Root 2 comma, root 8 comma, root 18 comma, root 32 and so on. Dear, whenever the questions are in the form of irrational number, first write the simplified form of irrational number and then conclude the answer. Just looking at the question 2, 8, 18, so they are not in AP. Don't say like that. Understanding? Just simplify them. How can you simplify the irrational number? You know that we can split the irrational number in the form of a perfect square number and a multiplier. Yes or no? Root 2 I cannot simplify, dear. I'll be writing root 2 as it is, comma. Dear, can I write root 8 as 4 into 2? Yes or no? Where in case 4 is a perfect square number. Like that you need to split out. 18. Now you only tell me how can I write 18 as 9 into 2, 32 as. Yes or no, dear? 32 can be written as 16 into 2. Okay. This is how you need to simplify the question. Understanding? See here, I'll be writing root 2 comma 4 is a perfect square number. 2 comes out, dear. I'll be having 2 root 2 comma 9 is a perfect square number. So I'll be having 3 root 2 comma 16 is a perfect square number. I'll be having 4 root 2. Now the question changes. The same question just changed in the form of root 2, 2 root 2, 3 root 2, 4 root 2. Okay. Now you check here, dear. D1, that is A2 minus A1. A2 is 2 root 2 minus root 2. See, 2 root 2 minus 1 root 2 will give me 1 root 2. isn't it? That is D1 value. D2 is equal to how much, dear? A3 minus A2. What is A3 value I have? A3 is 3 root 2. A2 is 2 root 2. See here, 3 root 2 minus 2 root 2 will give me 1 root 2. Understanding? Next, I'll be calculating D3 value. So if I calculate D3 value, what I'll be getting, dear? D3 is equal to A4 minus A3. A4 is, dear, 4 root 2 minus 3 root 2. That is also equal to 1 root 2. You just see here, all the common differences are same, is it not? So I write here D1 equal to D2 equal to D3 is equal to root 2. All common differences are same. So I'll write here, yes, it is an AP. Okay, if it is an AP, I have to write the next few terms, dear. How can I write it? You just see here, like by simplified form, I'll write here root 2, 2 root 2, 3 root 2, 4 root 2. Next, what I'll be writing? 5 root 2, 6 root 2, 7 root 2. Okay, but they have given in the complex form. Like that also I have to write, right? Root 2, 2 4s are 8. 3 2s are 18, 16 2s are 32. See here, 5 square is 25. 25 2s are, you will be having how much, dear? 50. 6 6 are 36. 36 into 2, you will be having how much? Root 72. Like that, you can write the next few terms. Understanding? I hope it is clear. We'll move to the next question. Okay, now see here, the next question is, will be in the 13th question. 13th question is root 3, root 6, root 9, root 12. Like previous, it is also having the root. And I told you, do not take the decision as soon as possible, but you have to keep it think for a moment. Okay, and after that, try to simplify it if it is possible. If not possible, then take a decision. Understanding? Look at the board. Root 3 is there, but root 6 cannot be simplified here. Why? Because you can't, you might, ma'am, can we write root 6 as 3 into 2? Not at all possible. How can you write? I told you, you have to split in such a way that 1 must be a whole square number, dear. Understanding? 3 is also not square number, 2 is also not square number, and how can you write 3 into 2 as a 6? Isn't it? So I cannot simplify. But now, AP, see here, I'll be writing the AP here, root 3, root 6, root 9 is 3. Okay, and root 12 can be written as 4 into 3. Okay, if I write it in the simplified form, I'll be having root 3, root 6, 3, and 2 I'll take common. I got here 2 root 3. Dear, all are totally different from each other. How? You see here, it is root 3, it is root 6. Don't have any connection, and I cannot subtract also. Understanding? Here again I have a whole number 3. No link, isn't it? Again I have a 2 root 3. Isn't it, dear? I don't have any connection over here. So by looking at it, I can say difference is not same. Okay, common difference is not same. So I'll write here, it is not an AP. It is not an AP. Okay, we'll move to the 14th question. You look at the board. The 14th question is in the square form. Like we have 1 square plus 3 square plus 5 square plus 7 square and so on. Dear, first I'll calculate the definite value, and after that I'll proceed with the value. Okay, see what I'm going to do here. Look at the board. 1 square. 1 square is how much? I'll be writing AP here. 1 square will be 1. Isn't it? So what is the 3 square? I'll be having 9. 5 square 25. 7 square 49. So we'll check whether this is an AP or not. How? By calculating the common differences, as we know. So first let me calculate D1. D1 is equal to A2 minus A1. Okay, A2 is 9, A1 is 1. So I'll be having 8. D1 is equal to 8. Okay, let me calculate D2 here. D2 is equal to A3 minus A2. A3 is how much? 25 minus 9. Just subtract, dear. 25 minus 9 is how much I'll be having? 16, isn't it? Are they same, dears? No. D1 is literally different than D2. Can I take a decision here? Don't waste your time on calculating the next values because they are not at all necessary. I can conclude here. Yes or no? What I can write here? I'll be writing here D1 is not equal to D2. So I'll write here, no, it is not an AP. Okay, no, it is not an AP. Okay, we'll move to the next question. That is the last question of the exercise 1. That is the 15th question I'll be having. 1 square, 5 square, 7 square, 73 and so on. I told you, don't take your decision as soon as possible. Think of it. Try to simplify it. Okay, so 1 square is 1. I'll simplify the AP. 1 square is 1. 5 square is 25. 7 square is 49. And after that, they have provided me 73. Let me calculate the differences. Let me take D1. D1 is equal to A2 minus A1. 25 minus 1, that is equal to 24. Next, D2. D2 is equal to A3 minus A2. A3 is 49 minus 25. See, 9 minus 5, 4. 4 minus 2, 2. Again, I got 24. So, both are same. It is sure that I need to go for the next one. I cannot conclude here. So, calculate D3. D3 is equal to A4 minus A3. A4 is how much? 73. And it is 49. You just see here. 13 minus 9, 4. Carry 1. 7 minus 5 is how much? 2. See, all are equal to each other. Just by looking at the question, it seems like it is not an AP. But after simplifying it, we got all differences as same. So that is why I am telling you, as soon as possible, don't take the decisions. Understanding? Always think of it. Try to decide it. Try to simplify it. Think of it. And after that, you will become thorough of it. Okay. So I'll be having here D1 equal to D2 equal to D3 is equal to 24. Since all are equal to each other, I'll write here, yes, it is an AP. Okay, it is an AP. If it is an AP, I'll be writing the next terms also. See what our AP turns to be 1, 25, 49, 73. Add 24 to the 73. What I'll be getting? You just add 24 here. 7 plus 3. Sorry, 4 plus 3. 7. 97. Okay, again add 24 to it. 7 plus 4, 11. 9 plus 3, 12, and so on. Like that, you can write the arithmetic progression. So this is the end of the exercise 1 of arithmetic progression. And next, in the coming video, I'm going to discuss about how to calculate the nth term of an AP, which is very, very important. Once you understand this formula, then only you are able to be thorough with solving the important questions related to arithmetic progression. Keep watching. Thank you for watching, dears, and subscribe if you have not.